Hey guys, Canadian Simmer here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. This one is part of my Tiny Living slash color series. So for those of you who don't know, I've been doing a Tiny Living series, and each build that I do is a different color. So I've actually done a yellow house, I've done a pink, I've done a blue, I've done an orange one, and this one I did in browns and tans, like light browns and dark browns. And I also did an underground house, which is very unusual for me. I don't explore a lot with basements or underground, so I kind of wanted to explore that a little bit and see what I could come up with. So I'm actually right now trying to decide on windows, and it was really hard for me because I wanted something that kind of matched that front door and wasn't too off the wall. But I found something that matched perfectly, which was fantastic, and it worked out really well. I did those little inserts on the sides just to get some natural light into the build, or into the building, the house, I should say. And then I did the fencing on top just to give it some architectural, I don't know what to call it, architectural something. Maybe it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't know what I'm talking about at the moment. So so I'm trying to decide on some paint colors for the outside, but I actually go through a bunch of different ones and I don't actually decide right away. I actually go back to it later on and pick one. Doing the bathroom here, just the paint color. Normally what I do is I will try to go through and pick the colors for the whole house, but sometimes I'll do it room by room. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. So today with this build, I'm picking the colors right away and going through, and then I'm going to furnish it afterwards once I decide all the colors. So I actually picked this really nice tile for the wall in the kitchen, and then I found I'm trying different woods for the floor, but I can't really, nothing's really appealing to me. So I actually picked this nice tile, and I think it contrasts the wallpaper really well. And I did that fencing along the border, but I ended up actually taking it out right there because I didn't really like how it looked. Now I'm just picking the wallpaper for the living room, and I wanted something with a bit of a print. I didn't want something dull because I didn't want the whole house being, you know, this dull one tone. So I wanted some contrast with the wallpaper. And then doing the tile in the bathroom, I picked some nice wood for the flooring in the rest of the house for the bedroom area and the living room. And then here I am just putting some columns in and trying to decide on the wallpaper. So here I go. I just picked like a light kind of grayish white color, light brown. I don't even know what color that was. So now I'm going to furnish the kitchen. And I put on, I think I used the cabinets from, pretty sure it was from Spot is what I actually end up using. And I really like those cabinets, especially for the color that I use, because they actually have some really nice colors in two tones, and I like the color that I chose. And then I'm using the table from Get Together. I like the stone table, and I actually used the chairs from Get Together as well because it went really well. Oh, accidentally deleted the kitchen just there. Whoa, no. So this build, I had a lot of fun doing it. Lately I've been exploring with not using doors within the house. Like I've been trying to just put up some walls as dividers, just because I like the whole openness where the opening is for the doorway, that it goes all the way to the ceiling. I find that I don't like that gap above the door. I don't like the gap above the archway if you put an archway there. So I've been just trying to just use a wall to divide it and then leave a section open for them to walk through, which I think kind of worked in this build. It separated everything nicely. Here I'm trying to decide on curtains and blinds, and I can't decide. And then to get the blinds where I wanted them, I had to take the windows out, so I figured that one out. Just looking for a plant to go back behind that TV stand and TV. And I wanted something tall that you could see from other angles of the house, like when you were looking straight on. Just going through artwork. I have so much custom content. I'm literally addicted to custom content. I literally go on every day and I probably download new stuff. My biggest thing with a base game is that I find they don't have enough decor items or pictures, rugs, stuff like that. Like I like decor. I like to decorate. So I wish that there was more of that in the base game. And I think that's a lot of where my custom content comes from, is like decor items because I just like to have the little knickknacks, so to speak. But yeah, so I'm just finishing off the living room. I found some really nice couches that I think went really well with the style of the house and what I was kind of going for. And carpets, oh, there's so many. Oh, there's not enough carpets in Sims 4. Let me tell you, not enough nice carpets in Sims 4. So I wish that they actually did a little more carpets. But like I said, decor, decor, decor. I'm all about decor. For anyone who knows me, I love decorating in Sims 4. It's probably my favorite thing to do. And sometimes a room can take me an hour to do because I'm so indecisive, or I'm going for a certain look and I can't find, you know, an item that I want. And so this house took me, I'd probably say about an hour and 45 minutes to do. So that just goes to show you, like, I'm very slow at deciding what to pick and choose for each room. Like sometimes I find it difficult to decide. But yeah, so I'm moving on to the bedroom here, and I wanted to have a nice big door. So I found this really nice door that I thought went well with the room, and it goes all the way to the ceiling, which makes it even better. I'm trying to decide on a bed. I didn't like the darkness of that bed. Like, I wanted something that kind of brightened up the room a little bit. So I found this bed and I thought it went well. It really brightened up the area. And trying to decide on end tables, it was like I was trying to match something to the bed and I couldn't. And it's like end table after end table after end table. And then finally I decided on these ones with a glass top. And they kind of have a bit of a curve to them on the edges, which I quite liked. So, or a curve on the front, sorry. And I think it looks nice. I was going to put some lamps there, and then I decided to do the walls because I really like those wall lamps, and just put a few little decor items on the end tables there. And then I wanted to try to fit a desk in there somewhere, so I actually end up doing something really neat, and it's actually functionable. You'll see me functionable. Apparently, I'm thinking that's a word, which I don't think it is. So functional, where I put the desk, it is functional. I did test it with my sim, so you know, it is playable, which is fantastic because I love this house and I may actually use it in a Let's Play eventually. I'm not sure. Haven't decided yet. I'm still kind of exploring with Let's Plays, but you know, we'll have to decide when the time comes. But yeah, so you see my sim testing it out. It works. Yay! He could use the desk at the end of the bed, which I thought was kind of a neat idea, putting it at the end like that and overlapping it. And then here I'm trying to decide on bookshelves, and I didn't really like anything in there. I find there's not enough bookshelves either. Like, I'm really picky with certain things, and this is my go-to bookshelf that I just placed. Like, that's my go-to. If I can't decide on a bookshelf, that's generally usually the one that I will use. And there you'll see a few items actually in my builds that I use a lot of because I love them so much. And there's certain decor items that I like to use, and there's one little frame. You'll see it right there. I just placed it. And I love that picture. It's so adorable. But it's one I always will use in my builds, which you will definitely see a lot of. So I was placing some decor items. I really like how I did that whole wall as like a unit. And then just placed the decor in the middle with a few books here and there. I think it turned out really well. And the look of it was really, it worked out really well, what I was really going for. So just trying to find a few last minute items to place. I like to put a few plants just to kind of give it some color and contrast and whatnot. So yeah, so here I am moving on to the bathroom and trying to figure out where I'm going to place things. And I thought about doing like a double sink there, but then it was like, no, I wasn't sure if it would look right. And so I just kind of went with the single sink with the counter extension, and then just placing some artwork and, you know, last minute things like the toilet paper roll, and, you know, you got to get the mirror in and some hand towels and stuff like that. The one thing that I actually didn't do in this build was place, like the big towels, which I always do, but I actually didn't this time. Just placing the mirror, medicine cabinet, a little bit more artwork, and then just some last minute details, which I was going to put a hamper in and then didn't like how it looked. So a few last minute little lights to brighten it up. Gonna place some wallpaper just to cover the edge. Now I'm gonna work on the little courtyard area, like when you come down, there's like a little courtyard, and I'm gonna place a barbecue. I do place a hot tub, but then I decide against it. I didn't like how big it looked in that area, so I actually replaced it with a barbecue. But right here, some artwork on the wall. I'm actually gonna place a little pond area I was going to do a fountain, changed my mind, thought a pond would be better. So I placed the pond and just surrounded it with some rocks just to make it look a little bit more natural. And I do like the get together pack that you can change the color of the water. So I made it kind of like swampy looking, and then I put some grass and stuff and some lily pads in the top just to kind of give it that pond look. Yeah, so you'll see me doing that there. And then now I'm going to move on to that other area, and I'm going to place the hot tub, and then I place it, and I'm like, ugh. And I'm literally, while I'm placing these couches, cannot stop thinking about that hot tub. So I end up going back and putting in a barbecue. And I think that kind of works for the area. Have a little seating area, a little barbecue, have some friends over, you know. And yeah, so I put some tile down in the bottom, and then here I'm just going to place some plants in the little insert kind of window extension things. I just placed some bamboo in there, so all of them just have bamboo. And yeah, so this build actually turned out a little bit better than I expected it to, seeing as it's my first underground. Okay guys, and here we are in the screenshots. You'll see a picture of the main build from kind of ground, the actual ground level, and then we're going to go down to the deck area, and you're going to see just that little barbecue area there. Then we're going to pan out, and you'll see just like a full shot of the pond and how absolutely fabulous it looks, or I think it looks fabulous. Yeah, so there's the sitting area. I wish I would have actually added a table. Like, I think I might go back in and add some little tables and whatnot and a few little plants. Here's the kitchen. I absolutely love the kitchen. It's small, but it works for what you need. Little bit of counter space, and then there's the sitting area, dining table, more storage, and then you're going to go into the living room, which I love how it turned out. I think it looks fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Another view from the living room into the kitchen, and you can kind of see a little bit of the bedroom in the background there. Then we're going to head into the bedroom here. Yeah, bedroom, love that wall, turned out so well. Love how the bed with the computer and the desk is. Then we're going to head into the bathroom, which I think turned out really well as well. And then at the end there, you're just going to see a final shot, a view down of the build. So I hope you enjoyed this speed build, and hopefully, you know, it wasn't too boring for you to listen to. And yes, tune in next time for another one, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Happy simming, everyone.